times, so can make things interesting.
Cyborg did have a boxing bout, but it was an unsanctioned fight against Simone Silva in Brazil in September. She won a unanimous decision over 8 rounds, but this officially is her debut. And just like in the MMA, Paulie, she's going to go forward and attack.
Yeah, she's looking to create things right now, but she's not getting a lot of help from the opponent at the moment.
It's got to be a little bit of being starstruck. You're standing across from one of the most famous female fighters ever.
Yeah, also Holloway is, I don't know if she has any, looking at the way she's moving, I'm not sure if she has any mechanism to know how to create an attack or offense. She does the same thing pretty much in the way she attacks. She just dips her head over to the right and tries to throw a left hand to the stomach. There it is again. That's basically her one thing she does.
But even with her being deficient like this, I want to see the fundamentals from Cris Cyborg. Do she has those things that she can build on. You know,
close the gap the right way so you can maximize the leverage on your shots. That's what I want to see Cyborg doing right now. See if she knows how to close that gap in a way where when she gets into the door, she's able to land her shots with snap because she's not smothering herself.
You can see she's leading with that. She want to load up, but in boxing, you got to get that front hand going. But that was a good right hand, either or.
Only 2-minute rounds in women's boxing, so they'll go by quick.
Much more.
You won that round?
Yes, she did. You're not working. You got to be more active. You got to be more active, okay?
Yeah, you can definitely outbox her.
But she don't have it. She don't have it.
And
when you get inside, start beating her ass. Don't come outside. Throw your lungs up deep. Deep. Hear what I'm saying? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2. Straight right hand, okay? Keep your distance. Keep your good. Listen, keep your hands up and stay low. Don't stay too high. Be ready to throw the right hand, okay?
All right, round 2. Cris Cyborg and Gabby Holloway. They told Gabby to throw more punches. She's already doing so. But Paul, you can see in the face of Gabby, she's afraid to get hit.
Yeah, she's not really, she's having issues trying to figure out how she's going to commit to getting inside, but it's the same thing. She dips her head over to the right, and throws a left hand to the chest. Now she's throwing it to the head. It's basically her one way she attacks. So at this point, Cyborg should start to notice this, start to prep for it as she tries to close the gap on Holloway herself.
Kudos to Holloway. She landed a little left hand over there. Overhand left. He landed.
Cyborg turned pro in MMA in 2005. She's been in the fight game for 17 years.
Yeah, and keep in mind she's been in the fight game with MMA gloves. You know, it's a little bit different with the boxing gloves. You don't have your fingers free, so you've got to find range in a different way. Because with MMA, if you don't find the range the right way, you can still grab your opponent and maneuver him in the grappling locks. But here, if you misjudge your range, you wind up in a smother situation. You're basically waiting for the ref to break you.
And so when I look at Cris right now, I say, how would she look if she had a jab? If she had an effective jab, it would be able to set up that powerful right hand that she has. I think once she gets back to the drawing board, she needs to learn just how to throw a jab.
Yeah, Cyborg wanted the takedown there.
And you know what it is, too? It's not easy. It's a little bit more difficult to jab with a southpaw. I mean, granted, the Cyborg doesn't have a lot of boxing experience, so you know, she's fighting a southpaw in her debut. Who knows? She might not be much of a jabber to begin with, but she's probably jabbing even less due to the southpaw being in front of her. There's a good jab, and it backs up Holloway.
Yeah, early on in your career, you're in there with a southpaw, and it's only your real pro debut. That was kind of suspect to say the least. A little awkward.
A couple landed punches there at the end of the round for Cyborg.
Listen, this round, you got to risk a little bit more, okay? You got to be first. You do this round, you did a little bit better, okay? But I think you can stop her if you want to, okay? Okay? How bad you want this? How bad you want this? Chris, how bad do you want it? You can stop her right now, okay? But make sure you keep your hands up, okay? Stay busy. One, double jab, right hand, okay? Stay busy with the straight punches. When she drops her hands, go with the uppercut and follow with the hook, okay? Listen, you gotta go. You gotta go this round, okay? You're stronger than her, okay? Okay? But make sure you keep your hands up. Don't go too crazy, but you gotta let your hands go, okay?
I will say this about Cris Cyborg, while other athletes at the age of 37 are, if not completely done, are winding down, but she seems like she's still raring to go.
Yeah.
Any fight sport will do. She just loves the competition of the fight game. And there were some rumors that she might be fighting Katie Taylor. That was seriously being considered from what I'm told. We'll see if that happens down the line.
Yeah, that would have to be down the line.
Way down.
Yeah, her boxing is
I don't know if Cyborg has too much way down the line stuff. She's 37.
True, good point.
But she's much bigger than Katie, and it would certainly turn some heads. People would be interested to see it.
As a spectacle, maybe.
Yeah.
That was a good right hand there at good range, and that's where she's got to throw them from. Telegraph a little bit less so that she lands them more often.
Well, Paulie, when you are in the gym and you see an MMA fighter that's trying to make the switch to boxing, what's the first couple of things that you go right after teaching?
The footwork. They tend to step differently when they kind of step forward, and obviously in MMA you need to step differently because you're getting kicked in the leg. But in boxing, you got to push off your back leg, and Cyborg doesn't push off the back leg. She steps with the front leg, which essentially looks the same for the naked eye. But when you're pushing off the back leg instead of just stepping with the front leg, you're getting more drive on your shots, and you're closing the gap a little bit quicker.
Great insight. You see that too, Antonio?
Oh yeah, anytime you step, you're moving with motion.
Ooh, there's a right.
You're moving with motion and speed, so that generates power.
It looks like the Gabinator is wilting, and down she goes.
4, 5, 6.
She's back on her feet. Let's see if Cyborg can get the knockout in her pro debut.
And here we go.
At this point, if she just finds the range of the shots and doesn't smother herself, she should get Holloway out of there. It's just a matter of not smothering herself.
Yeah, Gabby is running for her life. Cyborg's got her against the ropes. Does she have enough time in this round to finish the job? No, she does not.
All right, stand up, stand up. You have to hurt it. Breathe deep. Yeah, I know. We've seen it. Breathe, breathe, Gabby, breathe. Rinse it off. Breathe. Listen to me. Listen. Stand up. You're gonna have to take a chance, and you're gonna have to get inside.
There's a knockdown combination, double body shot. Finally gets Holloway to take a knee. But he starts with a straight right hand. Nice that she throws from a proper range. You see, she doesn't smother herself, and because she didn't smother herself when she threw that right hand, she was able to leave enough space to be able to dig that body shot the way you want to dig it instead of smothering it. Yeah, getting that leverage behind it, and that's only because she threw that first right hand from a proper range to where it left space to follow up with the combination, which is the rest of the combination, which is the body shots.
All right, does Gabby Holloway have the wherewithal to survive 2 more minutes? This is the final round. Cyborg put her down in the 3rd and is looking to do the same here in the 4th.
Look like she wants the TKO or the knockout. She's going for it.
Here we go, fight.
Oh, she almost went down again, thought about it.
Yeah, I tell you, if Cyborg finds the range, Holloway's going to be gone. Holloway's just needs a little push out the door. She's already halfway out the door herself. She doesn't want to be in this fight. It's just a matter of, is Cyborg going to find the range to convince Holloway not to be here anymore? Because if Holloway's able to smother her this way, Holloway will keep surviving.
Just over a minute to go.
And Cris don't want to smother herself by getting too close. Keep the range and work from there. I think she can get the stoppage.
right, break. Let's go. Here we go. Right.
Imagine someone like Cris Cyborg stalking you down after you've already been knocked down. Scary stuff for Holloway. She ate another big heavy shot.
Yeah, I think the ref at this point could probably stop the fight. You can see Holloway's body language is not that of wanting to be in the fight.
Chris is head-hunting, but she should go to the body. That's how she hurt her the first time.
Yeah, and I think that's why the refs continuing to let it continue, is because I guess she's not landing clean enough.
30 seconds.
And Holloway's in full survival mode, but she's able to survive.
Yeah, Holloway wants out of this fight in the worst way. 10 seconds to go. Can she get her knockout in her pro debut? Holloway just trying to survive.
Body.
And that will do it. Cyborg with a definitive win. Holloway survives, but a pretty decent debut for the MMA legend.
Yeah, you know, some things to work on, but you're up to schneid. You know what I mean? You got the win on in the W column of your record, and that's it. Now you sort of keep going back to the gym, work on the things you need to work on. I think she definitely needs to work on her footwork a little bit, and we'll see where they go from there.
I was impressed because she kept her form for 4 rounds, and that's not easy to do when you're just getting in the game. Her mental state, I believe, is built for the game.
As you guys mentioned there in the last round, she didn't smother herself, even though she wanted the knockout, kept her range, landed some heavy shots, and credit to Gabby for surviving.
And again, if we would have had a 3-minute round fight, I think this fight would have been stopped within the distance.
Kick him under there and cut that thing.
She's gonna have to, as she goes and fights better opponents, she's gonna have to be a little bit more deceptive. Right now, you got an opponent in front of you that you could afford to just show her that you're gonna walk up to her and just beat her up. But
the official scorecard reads as follows: Judge Sennett scores about 40-35. Judge Contreras 39-36, and Judge Mealy scores it 40-34. All in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. Cris Cyborg!
No drama there, although I think one of the judges gave a round to Gabby Holloway. Might want to check those credentials.
maybe a sympathy round.
Yeah.
I was impressed with